name is Krisha Moeller, and I am the Director of IT for Compass Charter Schools. And I'd like to welcome you to this mini WOW for the spring 2025 semester. If you're not sure what a WOW is, it stands for Weeks of Welcome, and a mini WOW is just a condensed version of that. A WOW, the purpose of a WOW is to give Compass scholars and families some important information to help guide them through this semester or school year. So, this mini wow, brought to you by myself on behalf of the IT department, is about the topic of digital literacy or digital citizenship for Compass scholars and families. So, to begin with, I'd like to very briefly go over this very short agenda for this mini wow. We're going to start by going over the mission, vision, and values for Compass Charter Schools. Then we're going to jump right into the topic of digital literacy and digital citizenship, followed by some information about our upcoming live Q&A session. So, our mission here at Compass Charter Schools is to inspire and develop innovative, creative, self directed learners, one scholar at a time. And our vision is to create an innovative, collaborative learning environment that supports the diverse needs and goals of each scholar, nurtures a love of learning, and prepares them for future success. I'd also like to take a moment to go over our Arctic values here at Compass Charter Schools. Our Arctic values include values like achievement, which means to engage in and take charge of your learning, respect, which means to be respectful in all interactions with fellow scholars, learning coaches, faculty, and staff, teamwork, which means to work cooperatively with all persons involved in your education. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work. Integrity, which means to behave following strong ethical principles, values, and academic honesty. And last but not least, communication, which means to be frequently and proactively communicating with all persons involved in your education. All right, so let's just jump into the topic of digital literacy. Now, before I begin, since this is a condensed version of a WOW, we're just going to be talking about the most important bullet points for Compass scholars to follow and to engage in order to support our digital literacy and digital citizenship best practices here at Compass. However, if you're interested in learning more information or more detailed information about digital citizenship, I would like to link you to our digital citizenship lessons. This can be found here in the slides or in the description of this video. Additionally, the full technology acceptable use policy is available in the Scholar Handbook, which can be found on our Compass website, also linked here. So now let's jump into some very brief cybersecurity best practices. So, one of the most important things for Compass scholars and families to know is that all school issued devices are monitored by your school. So, for those of you scholars, what this means is that anytime you get a computer from your school, or for those of you who are teenagers, if you get a computer or a device from your job, it is important to remember that most schools and employers do tend to monitor these devices. Now, before you get worried, this does not mean that your school is watching what you do on your computer 24/7 or anything like that. So don't worry about that. However, do understand that alerts are sent when users engage in behavior or dialogue that is concerning, that may violate school rules, or most importantly, that may put them or others in danger. Always use school or work issued computers with this in mind. Be professional and courteous when using your device and when working online for your classes. Now, a best practice, which is one that I follow myself, is to always make sure that you keep what you do on your school or work computer, like your school work, or if you have a job, your work, keep that separate from what you do on your personal devices, like gaming or social media and things of that nature. So now, digital citizenship. So, digital citizenship here at Compass is going to be wrapped around what we consider to be appropriate online behaviors or behaviors that are appropriate for an online learning environment. So, what does appropriate behavior look like? Appropriate behavior means being respectful of others. It means refraining from posting anonymous messages online unless authorized by your teacher. Do not post personal information about yourself, such as your phone number, a link to your YouTube channel, Facebook, your TikTok, your Instagram, any kind of social media or page that has personal information about you. You don't want to post it anywhere in an online environment. Do not download, transmit, or post material that is intended for personal gain or profit. Do not post material that is obscene or defamatory or which is intended to annoy, harass, or intimidate another person. This includes distributing spam email, chain email, viruses, or any other type of intentionally destructive content. Do not distract other scholars via chat, web, or drawing features, particularly when you are in a Zoom meeting. Do not upload or post any software on Compass instructional computing resources that are not specifically required for your assignments and approved by your teacher. So this essentially means to make sure that any Compass device that you're using do not load personal apps or software onto them, and also do not load personal software or other types of programs to your school's Google Cloud. You want to make sure that only materials that are associated with your education and your learning are loaded to those places. Similarly, do not post any audio, video, or other non instructional files to any Compass server. So, you don't want to upload personal videos of yourself or photos or any other thing like that to, for example, your Compass Google Drive. Avoid using sarcasm, jargon, and slang, and never use derogatory or foul language. And I know it's sometimes especially hard to not use sarcasm, jargon, and slang, but you do want to remember that you are in a learning environment and you want to make sure that you conduct yourself professionally as you would in any other type of professional environment. Limit the use of communications expressed in all capital letters, as this can be considered yelling or maybe irritating to some other users or scholars. Do not broadcast online discussions and never reveal other people's email addresses. So, now, what should you do if you witness another user or scholar engaging in inappropriate behavior? If this happens, please reach out to a learning coach or legal guardian, as well as a Compass staff member, as soon as you can to make the adults aware of the inappropriate behavior and to allow the necessary next steps to be taken based on the severity of that inappropriate behavior. And that pretty much concludes the basics and the need to knows for this semester. So once again, WOW is a 2-week program held at the beginning of the school year. This was a Mini-WoW, which is a condensed program of a full version WOW for semester 2 with just some of the major or most important highlights and updates to support scholars and families throughout the semester. The WOW program information from the start of the school year can be found available in the WOW Fall 2024 library, which again will be linked in this presentation here, or can also be found in most cases in the description of the video. Now for the live Q&A session, please join us on Friday, February 7th from 2 to 3 p.m. via Zoom for a live Q&A about our Mini-WoW presentations. Presenters for the Mini-WoW recordings will be available to answer your questions for anyone who attends the live Q&A session. Please reference the Monday morning updates or MMU and Parent Square calendar for information on how to join this session. And that concludes this very short and brief presentation on online behaviors and digital citizenship. Thank you for joining me today. Again, my name is Krisha Moeller, and if you have any questions at all about what constitutes appropriate online behavior or about some of these lessons and materials, you're welcome to reach out to me anytime. My name, phone number, and email address are all listed on this slide here, and you are welcome to use that to get in touch with me at any time. Thank you so much again for attending this Mini-WoW on digital literacy, and I hope you all have a wonderful and productive spring semester here at Compass. Thank you so much.